Welcome to the Mindset Unleashed Today podcast. My name is Tommy Gucciardo, and I'm excited to share my insights and experiences with you to help you shift your mindset and improve your life. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be exploring different areas of life, discussing how to make positive changes. Now, I'll be doing this by interviewing guests who can provide additional perspectives and their experiences. I believe that by making a mindset shift, we can all unleash our full potential and create the lives we want to live. I hope you'll join me on this journey. How you doing, everybody? I want to welcome you back to the Mindset Unleashed Today podcast. I'm Tommy Gucciardo, and I'm your host. So I want to talk about something today that I'm sure it's happened to them before, or just happens generally. Talking about anger and anger management, and what we do about it, and how we could stop it, and some things that we could do to help not be angry all the time. And everybody has their own triggers of why they get angry or who they get angry with, or it could be a situation, it could be somebody, the way they talk to them, maybe feeling threatened. It could be as simple as somebody chewing the wrong way and you're having a bad day that sets you off, right, and gets you angry, right? But I want to talk about anger within relationships and within people. And, getting angry is really, really easy, but staying angry is a choice, right? So, we have some options on how we can deal with that. And the first thing is, I know it sounds simple and it sounds, cliche, but it's just, controlling your anger. And how do you control it? Like, it's easy to get red real fast and, fly off the handle and say things, and maybe say things you regret, or, maybe say things you don't regret. Who knows? But, when I start getting to that boiling point, when I'm really angry, I do a couple of different things, and sometimes it depends on the situation, depends on what, how I'm thinking or my mindset at that time. The first thing is I'm in recovery. So what I do is I do the serenity prayer. I say the serenity prayer over and over again, and it just kind of calms me down. It gets me into a flow, and it gets me where I could think again, right? Because that's what you have to do. You have to shift yourself from being angry to another area, right? And I'm not saying you're going to go from angry to happy in a split second, but you can calm down, right? And that's the most important thing, is to calm down, because you don't want to react on anger. Anger reactions aren't the best reactions. And, sometimes for me, it's just even, if it's not a serenity prayer, it's just closing my eyes and taking a couple of deep breaths, right? And before you know it, I settle down and I'm able to, rethink the situation and rethink what I'm angry about. Another good thing to do is, if you're fighting with somebody, or you're angry with somebody, or something's happening and you're in a bad situation, take a time out, right? Just don't walk away from something, or just don't stop what you're doing. Take a time out, right? And when I say take a time out, tell the person why you're taking a time out. Tell them why you're not walking away from the situation, or you don't want to talk about it. Take a time out so we could have better minds and we could talk things through. And maybe somebody might not give you the space to do that, but try to do that, because that's really important. Because for me, I know how my tongue gets, right? I know I can get really, really angry. I can say some really bad things, and that's where my anger takes me. And then after the fact, you look back at it and it's like, oh, why did I say that? What was the point of saying that, right? So just take that time out. It resettles you. You're able to think things through, and you're able to really see, what's going on, because, you got to understand the situation you're in, right? Because sometimes you think you're in a certain situation when you're not. So, that timeout is really, really key. And it's key for both of you people, because, that other person has a, chance to cool off also. And then you're able to talk, and, clearer heads do prevail then. And another thing is really talking, right? When you take that time out and you come back, talk, right? Don't talk down to somebody. Don't talk angry to somebody. Talk to them. Understand, why are they angry? Why are you angry? Why are you in this fight? Could it be resolved differently, right? And it's, and when I say don't talk down to them, take your side of it. Take, what you did, right? Say, I did this, or I am going to do this, or Don't be like, you did this, you said this, you said that. It's easy to get, because that just gets the anger flowing again, right? So try to keep calm. Try to listen to what that person says and not put it back on them, right? And once you have that open dialogue, now listen, this is not a perfect solution, right? These are just some steps to help, right? It all depends on the situation. Somebody might not want to, hear what you have to say. Whether whether you controlled your emotions and you calmed down, whether you took the time out, right? But at the end of the day, you have to clean your side of the street, and you have to tell people why you were angry or why the situation happened, right? I lived for so many years being angry for no reason, just being angry. I thought that was my demeanor, being angry. All anger leads to is resentments, right? And once you're in those resentments, it's very hard to change your thought process. So, I don't want to be angry today. Yes, I can get mad, I can get angry, and I could stay in it for a moment. I gotta let it go. It doesn't lead to healthy things. Anger sits inside of you and it just festers, And when festering happens, your mind starts playing tricks on you, and then bad things happen, right? So today I don't want bad things to happen. I want good things to happen in life. I want to have a clear mindset. I don't want to have an angry mindset. And these are some of the things that I've done along the way. And listen, there's going to be days that, I'm going to get angry. I might not forgive that person, or they might not forgive me at that present time. But if you talk it through and you figure out where you're at, in time you can clear all these wounds, right? Because, I have too many scars. I don't need more scars today. So, hopefully you got something out of this today. I hope you understand that, yes, we could be angry. Yes, it happens, right? But we choose to stay in that anger or get out of that anger, right? And that's the whole key. How do you get out of that anger? Like I said, control your emotions. Slow it down. Do a serenity prayer. Close your eyes. Think of something nice, or a nice place, or a beach, or whatever you want to do. Take a time out so you don't act out, right? And the last thing, talk it out. Talk it out, but talk and listen. It's got to be active, and it's got to be listening, right? To each other and working with each other. Understand what the situation is. So I think if you do those things, you can control your anger for the most part, right? And live a better life, right? And that's all I want people to do. I want to live a better life today, And like I said, I do this to help other people. If somebody gets something out of this today, I did my job, right? Or if it touches 10,000 people and one person is helped, I did my job today. So once again, thank you for tuning in. The only way we're going to get this out there to more people is if we do it organically. So that means liking, that means subscribing, that means following, on our social media platforms, and also that means commenting and give me feedback, right? Send me DM, send me an email, let me know what you want to hear about or what you don't want to hear about, okay? And once again, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Have a great day.